Probably. So like I was saying, this is one of the first VR games I played. That's right, it has that kind of movement. Let's see what options are for the controls quick. So yeah, as I was saying, this is one of the first VR games I played. It's very adventure-y. None of the puzzles are really that difficult, besides the very last puzzle in the game, in my opinion. A lot of puzzle games that I've played, I'll be honest with you, I've had to look up walkthroughs or try to figure out what the heck was going on. This game, not so much. Which, I don't mind. I actually prefer not impossible puzzles where you have to, like, sit there all day trying to figure out what you're doing. I always enjoy, like, a good, well-thought-out puzzle, but a lot of these seem incredibly cryptic. This is one of the better things about this game, is the backpack. Basically you can pull it out, you can look at all the stuff you're carrying at any time, and you can see the items you have, you can pull them out, put them back. It's such a great feature that you don't see in many games. Especially for this being such an early VR game, to have such a cool system right off the bat. It's just a really just a great thing. It's very intuitive, like it feels natural to use it. If I was designing a VR game, it wouldn't be the first obvious choice to me to say, hey, let's have it be like a real backpack. Pull it over your head, pull it out, there you go. And that's exactly what they did. So here's a tape, for instance. So you can do is you can pull out your tape recorder, put it in, there you go.
How could we have known? The interference has drawn us here to a hidden beach on the coast of Van Isle. The surfers call this place, Siren Point. The bay's littered with razor-sharp rocks hiding just below the surface. A deadly trap even for a skilled sailor. And also my compass is broken. I think it's due to the magnetics.
can. Where are you? Waited as long as I can. Turns out a guy called the Professor found something here, and whatever it is, he thinks it's important enough to lock away. It might be what we're looking for. He lives in the sewer, but he set up a human security system to keep CIA agents out. Pretty sure he's...
It's one of the first things you'll notice about this game, though. It's just, it does look really good for it being such a new VR game. It's actually very good. So what I'm doing at this first part is I'm trying to ring the bells. There's one. There's the other bell. Okay. Where's that last bell at? Oh, duh. There we go, that opens that area. So there's a lot of dialogue and lore in this game. There's a lot of letters scattered about. Most of the objects you can pick up, fiddle around with, you know, throw them at things, whatever your heart desires. You can do whatever you want. So he rang all the bells, opens up this, which opens the door, another tape for the story.
Well, if you're listening to this, that means you cracked the Professor's security system. I would make a terrible cat burglar. It took me forever to shoot that bell on the boy. But as a bonus, I did get to beam a signal right in it quicker.
Well. You're one of them, aren't you?
Oh, I am.
Spook! Yeah. You chop eventually.
We're at war, man. It's funny to think that the first time I played this game, a lot of this actually made me nauseous because I was still pretty new to VR. Things are more frightening.
I hear you out there. I told you to stay out. I'm blowing this place sky high, you fascist. Oh, jeez, Alex! Is that you? I'm sorry. I thought you were a spook. The explosives. Damn it! Get to the lab. They'll figure it out.
So this part's pretty easy. You just go through the sewer. There's a map, but there's also just arrows that are drawn along there at certain spots that you can kind of just figure out where to go, more or less. See, arrow pointing to the right. Or so, maybe not to the right. Maybe that way. Another ladder, another tape.
That's when we found the entrance to a large structure just off the beach, which seems like...
So there's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of storyline. I'm just kind of going through the game at this point. If you take the time to actually read everything and listen to everything, it's a little bit longer than it is. Then I'm gonna probably make this end up being. Trying to remember what I do at this part. I don't think I can blink over there. There's like a fuse box or something, if I remember right.
What the hell she did down there? This operation sure is not a secret anymore. Years of work up in smoke. Storm's rolling in. Hopefully no one will notice a few explosions and all the thunder. Oh, it's gonna be an interesting night.
Looks like we have our clue right here. Tethers. Oh. Okay. I apparently triggered the leaving the area. I didn't even do anything.
No. Tick.
Burn, baby, burn.
Red wire. Nope. Where? Oh, come on.
It all makes sense.
All right.
The professor said that the beacon
Whole
has
kit and caboodle.
biology class. Remember Mrs. Robertson taught us how radiation
Really surprised.
intervenes to navigate the Earth's magnetic field? Actually, you...
Yeah, another 12 seconds and this whole place would have been a pile of rubble.
We are the pigeons. This beacon, it's calling us home.
I wasn't just gonna... What I've discovered is so powerful. They can't get their hands on it. The beacon, it's what drew you both here. And it took your sister. It's dangerous, Alex. Too dangerous. I have to bury it. I told myself I'd wait a few hours for her to come back before... Well, that was 5 days ago.
What is this?
You're half of the hex. Did you bring it? Of course you did. We should get you down to the beacon. Forget what I said. It's totally safe. Safe enough. You'll need a few 9-amp fuses for that panel. Everything that wasn't bolted down was torn apart. You can thank your sister for that. Hey, Alex, catch!
There's a little bit of action in this game. You gotta catch these as he throws them
I'm
up.
just kidding. Here you go.
Okay. Luckily, you get unlimited tries. Whoa.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. I actually agree with that one. Okay. In.
Good job. Good. Main board power.
Don't care about the junk.
Right on. Track actuators are a go. We're getting there.
Oh, I'm not running across my room in real life to catch that. Maybe I'll have to. Oh, there we go. All good. All the thing.
And we have juice. Nice work,
Supposed
kid.
to pull it.
Now, activate the call switch.
Well, I'm trying to. There we go. Gotta activate that correctly. There we go. Chaos.
It's been 3 years. I still don't know where the beacon came from, or what it's capable of. Told Elsie to keep her hex away from it. It seemed obvious that there'd be some sort of reaction. Well, I was right. First night, that dang girl snuck down into the lab while I was sleeping. The first night! Jump in the lift, kid. I got my own ride. Come on, let's make a move. Gotta get going.
Oh, these things are fussy. There we
It
go.
was my mistake. Never tell someone like your sister not to do something, because guess what they'll do the second your back's turned? Somehow, she opened the beacon's cage and triggered a goddamn explosion of magnetic energy. Busted up everything, damn near tore open metal hemp.
Alright.
Itself with an intense magnetic field. I can only assume that Elsie somehow opened the beacon's cage, because it was loose, just floating there in the middle of the lab. Hell of a time roping that damn thing back in its home. Elsie, she was gone. I don't have the faintest clue where to. Heads up.
Alright.
Due to the old metal hip, we're gonna try to reproduce what Elsie did down there. Maybe it'll give us some answers. We don't have it in the spelling. Hold on a sec. I'll call the elevator on.
Time I check the readings again. The magnetic bursts on and on. Random, there's structure here. There's a signal. The question is...
Ah, damn it. The blast ripped apart the elevator system's control box. Of course it did. Why not?
over my head here.
You'll need to throw it back together. But first we gotta get it a charge. Damn it, hold on.
Look, take my word for it.
Need to prime the control panel so you can move the water wheel. 1, 2, 3. There we have liftoff. Now, guide the water wheel into place to get it curved. Use the control to move the wheel into place. It's open the wheel.
Oh. Hi.
Damn it! I forgot to install a new step-down fuse after the last one blew. That one's my fault. Tons of replacement boards down there, though. Swap out the fried parts.
Okay. So seat these parts first. Should be this panel and this panel. Looks like they're color coded possibly. Red.
Alex, can you hear me? Check, check. Good stuff. Now, you'll have to open the cage that holds the beacon. We gotta kill that magnetic shield. There's the cage. You'll need to step up the precise voltage fed to each bar by inserting vacuum tubes on the grid. Closest thing to a safe I can whip up. The tubes are all floating around down there. A mix of 5-volt and 10-volt tubes. The combination. Damn it. The 60s did a real number on my long-term memory. I left reminders in the lab. Look around. You'll spot them.
So I ended up skipping that last part.
Pull the trigger and the coil should attract vacuum tubes. If it does blow up in your hand. Science!
So anyways, I ended up skipping that last part. I loaded this one. I didn't really feel like redoing that. That was the end of that part. I just needed that last circuit breaker and it would have gotten that part done. In this part, basically, you're doing this puzzle where you have all these things floating around you, and you have to put the tubes into this thing to create like a combination. So for instance, the fourth one has to add up to 65, and then depending on the tube length, they're either 5 or 10. As you can see here, it shows kind of here the differences. And then you catch the things with this, pull them up to you. So for instance, that is a... Right, so the lines, they're tied into a line basically. So green, yellow, blue, purple, or red I should say. I haven't played this well. So basically everything has to add up, and you have to add these things to the line and give a certain combination. And the combination, you can see the hints scattered around the room. For instance, this one, it says the fourth one has to add up to 65, which means on the purple wire, or red I should say, everything has to add up to 65. So, here we go. What I like to do personally, just get everything kind of over here that you need early on. Then you can kind of swap around with them with your hands pretty easily. Do not need the tape. Oh. Okay, I know there's more floating around than that. There's a bunch of them. Okay, I think we got most of them. Not seeing much more. Throw these into the machine, and then we'll worry about the combination after. Oh no, I didn't want that to happen. Alright. So now we got everything here. Okay. Okay, so the first one, 65 is good.
We're gonna see if you can pull Elsie's hex out of the beacon. That should kill the magnetic field. I'm basing this hypothesis on nothing.
The last one has to be 65 also, so let's see here. That's it.
Don't exactly know what's gonna happen when you pull a hex out of the beacon, but we have no reason to expect the reaction to be violent, right?
Basically, I always just figure the puzzle by making kind of a whatever shape this is, this pattern. It's an easy way to figure it out. Basically, all the puzzles are all scattered around the room, though, like I was saying earlier. Alright, so you just basically need 1 to 8 of those white fuses, and then you just make that pattern, and then fill in yellow with the rest. And besides, this one doesn't matter. And that's it.
Elsie's hex looks jammed in there. Damn it. Whatever you do, don't put your hex into the beacon. Figure it out anyways.
We're not gonna do that. See it. There's not much gameplay left at this point. It's more like an epilogue, setting it up for the episode 2. I just won't say much and just watch the show.
Elsie believed you would come. And now you are here. What a privilege. Odd. A twin birth formed in the bloodline. What a quixotic aberration. These must be desperate times. I wonder. Receive your gift. The unmistakable sound of steel rendered from flesh. She waited for you, Alex. An admirable length of time. Elsie waited. In the end, it was the hunger that drove her forwards. Forwards, Alex. The direction of our fate is always forwards. With obedience, we follow our own invisible, unbreakable string. A path predetermined, preordained. Our fate ignores our struggle and our merits. Fate breaks our best intentions. And who draws these strings? Who long ago decided our fate? Who promised you glory and me damnation? Who? I will use you, child of Adam. You can manipulate the machine in ways that I cannot. I wish an audience with someone who lives beyond my reach, and you will provide me with that. Know this. To get what I desire, I would wrench the privilege from the very marrow of your bones. The sweet aroma of seared flesh. Cheers to the unraveling of your I understand your confusion. There's so much to take in so fast. You have questions, I'm sure. And yet, we both know that you were never going to trust me. You can't hide these eyes. It really is quite simple. I confess, I am not a very nice person. But I will not harm you or your sister, as long as our goal is one and the same. To go home. And to that end, you must master your gift.
Alright, and that's the end of the game. Hopefully you got a good idea of what the game's about. It's more of a narrative-heavy game. Kind of like being immersed in a movie, I'd say. And then some light puzzles. The end puzzle is very tricky, like I said. Rest of it, not so much. It's pretty self-explanatory. And that's it.